Good morning, everyone. Right, well, it is -4 degrees Celsius up here in the north of England this morning, so extremely cold. I've come out as usual to open the greenhouse up, and I thought, right, I need to show you what's happening at these temperatures in the greenhouse to my seedlings. And the first thing that I've noticed about the seedlings is that it is the taller seedlings, the Ami majors, that are wilting in this extreme cold. All of the soil is frozen solid. But when you look at the smaller ones, the foxgloves, everything just still looks absolutely fine. So I'll put a link to my seedling video, which I only shot last week. I think it was the 13th of January I shot that, and these looked great. So I'm not actually that worried about how these little seedlings have wilted, because I'm pretty sure that it's below freezing most nights up here in the northeast of England, and these probably look like this throughout the night. By the time I come into the greenhouse in the morning, they're all standing up straight. So that's what I think is happening here. And even we don't keep the central heating on in the house overnight, and when I get up in the morning, some of my house plants have actually wilted, particularly the lilies, and then after a couple of hours with the central heating on, they're standing up again. So yeah, everything's, oh, that soil's okay there. This soil is completely frozen. So yes, this is 8 o'clock in the morning. What I'll do is I'll come back out in a couple of hours' time, when you can see the sunshine just trying to sort of come up there, and it's on this part of the greenhouse here. I think this greenhouse will warm up pretty quickly and get above freezing, and then we'll just have a look and see which ones have stood up straight and if they look fine. Even, and I didn't think this could happen, even the vermiculite is frozen solid. It just shows how tough they are, though, as tiny as they are. I mean, look at these little seedlings. And they are still standing upright in this temperature. Okie doke. I'll see you in 2 hours. Right, so as promised, it's 2 hours later. It's still -4 degrees Celsius outside, but in this greenhouse it is significantly warmer. I haven't actually got a greenhouse thermometer, but I can just tell the ambience is quite pleasant, and I'm delighted to say that they've already started to stand back up again, these taller ones. I think they look, they were right over, weren't they, before? So yeah, and if I do the finger test on them, the compost that they're in is nice and soft again now. So this is the seedlings surviving at -4 degrees Celsius. So I'll come back out in another 2 hours and show you what they're like at that stage. Right, so it's 2 hours later again, so 4 hours since we originally looked at these little plants, and I would say they're back to normal. Obviously, the taller the plant, the longer it takes to stand back up straight again. Okay, so I've just checked the temperature outside the greenhouse, shut the door, and it's 1 degree now. So so yes, the lesson to be learned here is if your plants in your greenhouse go very droopy, don't think that's it, you've lost them, and chuck them away. So the way your plants react to the extremes of temperature in your greenhouse is slightly different to how they would react outside in the cold. So when the temperature drops significantly, what's happening to make your plants droop in the greenhouse and outside is that the water in the plant cell structure has frozen and it damages the cell wall, and that's how the plant droops. But as soon as the temperature rises again, these little plants have stood back up. Now, if you get plants in the garden where they're not frost hardy and they go all blackened with the frost and droop over, they probably won't recover. But I'd promised you I would show you all the good and the bad things that happen to these little seedlings. So it's a good lesson to be learned. Don't throw all your little seedlings away just because they've gone droopy. But one other important thing is when the temperatures are extreme like this, so freezing cold, I know that that's why the plants went droopy. So they've all stood back up straight now, but there's no way I'm going to give them a drink of water because that didn't cause the droopiness. If it was the extremes of temperature the other way, say in the summer in the greenhouse and your little seedlings have come up and the soil is bone dry and they're all limp, then it's lack of water and you need to get those plants out into the cool. Either take them down onto the ground in the greenhouse, or better still, like I do, get them out the greenhouse, put them in drip trays full of water in the shade and leave them a good long while, and you may have them recover. So thanks for watching the video. I hope you found it useful. It's certainly a learning curve for me, watching all these seedlings in such close detail in relation to fluctuations in temperature. So it's very interesting. So take care and I'll see you next time. Bye.